I have good and bad news simultaneously for you about the nomination to the Supreme Court of Neil Gorsuch. The Senate Judiciary Committee has voted to advance the Supreme Court nomination of Neil Gorsuch to the full Senate. That's bad. He got out of committee. The slightly good news is that as of yesterday, Senate Democrats have enough opposing votes to carry out a successful filibuster to block the nomination. Normally, you need, for a Supreme Court pick, 60 votes in favor in the full Senate vote. And because there are Democratic senators, Mark Warner, Dianne Feinstein, Patrick Leahy, and Chris Coons, who said they will vote against Gorsuch, that means that they will be short of the 60 votes that they need. This would be the first ever successful filibuster of a Supreme Court nominee at the full Senate level. But more bad news, this doesn't mean Gorsuch won't be confirmed, because what Republicans can do is vote to change the rules of the Senate to make it so that Neil Gorsuch only needs 51 votes to be confirmed. If you've heard about the nuclear option bandied about, this is what we're talking about. And it's so disturbing, Pat, that the rules are you need 60 votes, but you only need 51 votes to change the rules to no longer need 60 votes and only need 51 votes. And it's still a symbolic victory after what Republicans did to Merrick Garland, President Barack Obama's nominee, and saying, we're not even going to listen to confirmation hearings because Obama's in his last year of his presidency. I fully support Democrats doing anything they can to block this confirmation. It seems that what they can do is force Republicans to use the nuclear option.
The Democrats had to do something because otherwise they would be seen as the pushover party.
Yeah.
You know, this is just teaching us that elections have consequences because Neil Gorsuch is 49 years old. He's going to be on the court for a generation at least. And the big concern is if, you know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg or Anthony Kennedy or Stephen Breyer either pass away or retire, what's going to be the next course of action?
Well, the one way in which changing the rules could backfire for Republicans would be if the justices you mentioned vacate their seats after 2018. If Trump's presidency continues to implode, it could lead to Democrats taking over the Senate in 2018, meaning that if the rules get changed to where you only need 51 votes to confirm a Supreme Court justice, you could see this completely backfire on Republicans under Trump in 2018 and 2019. Again, I'm looking for a silver lining here.
I think that's when the real fight will come because Neil Gorsuch is considered baby Scalia and will in fact be replacing Scalia's seat. So it won't really change the identity of the court, at least for now.
The balance.
That next appointment is what I think really matters.
It's not a guarantee that the nuclear option will happen, right? If 3 or more Republicans defect from the nuclear option, the Democratic filibuster would hold. If none or 1 or 2 Republicans vote against the nuclear option, then you're going to have a different situation here, and Gorsuch will ultimately be confirmed. I don't know. I mean, it's good news, it's bad news, and of course, even if this doesn't stop Gorsuch, I believe that this is absolutely the right move. But there's a bigger reason why we should be blocking Gorsuch. Should we be confirming a Supreme Court justice nominated by a president whose legitimacy as president is being investigated by the House, Senate, and FBI? That alone is a reason to say, shut it down until we have an answer.
You know, I've taken my position on this. I think Democrats should definitely obstruct as much as they can and vote against him.
Yeah.
But I'm not willing to tie Neil Gorsuch too much to the Russia controversy.
You're going to appoint someone for life on the word of a president who may have been elected by colluding with a non-friendly foreign power. Pat's saying, you know, so what if Trump is an illegitimate president and is going to irrevocably change the future of the American judiciary for 20 to 30 years? Let's just vote him in.
But an illegitimate president doesn't really mean anything.
It doesn't?
No.
How does it not mean anything?
Just looking at the Constitution, there's no process that would undermine Donald Trump's ability to do anything, even while he's under investigation.
While that may be true, and I don't know if it is, this is a reason why Democrats should pull out every stop to prevent this confirmation from happening.